Hello and welcome to this cheeky little extra in Mum's Hub this month. So nice chilled session today. If you can find a nice comfortable position to be in, that would be awesome. And we are just going to start with some nice deep breathing. So here we go. Just have your legs wherever they feel comfortable. If you want to sit on a little bolster or anything, that's absolutely fine as well. And we're just going to take a nice deep breath in through our nose and out through our mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And just keep going with that breath pattern just for a little moment. As you do your exhale, see if you can kind of drop the tongue from the roof of the mouth, and that will really help you kind of relax the jaw a little bit, relax the face. We do tend to carry quite a lot of tension in the jawline. And as you exhale, just imagining your shoulders just sort of melting away from your ears, just like a little waterfall, just rippling down. And we're just going to sit up nice and tall in our spine, right on top of those sit bones. You're feeling nice and controlled, nice and strong in this seated position. And if you have got your eyes closed, you can kind of open them. Good job. Okay, on our next inhale, we're going to reach the hands out to the side. And on our exhale, we're going to rotate over to the side. Inhale, return to the center. Exhale over. And as you inhale to return back to the center, I want you to use that inhale to almost corkscrew you back up. Do you find more space in your spine? Okay. And we're just going to finish there. Going to bring the hands down. But we're going to go through it again, but we're going to change our breathing, okay? So reaching your hands out to the side. This time we're going to take an inhale as we rotate. So we're going to inhale. And then exhale back. Inhale, rotate. Exhale back. Good, so keep going with that. And then hopefully what you're noticing is on that inhale, you kind of lift up, you like coil yourself up. The exhale almost coils you back down. And then the inhale coils you back up again. Exhale brings you back down. So I just love what the breath can do to the movement, okay? So it can really, really influence how we move. Let's just do one more each side. And then just bring the hands down. Do a nice little shoulder roll. Kind of feel the clicks and cracks in the shoulders. Kind of almost over egg your shoulder roll. Feel like you can feel the shoulder blades almost kind of gliding over your rib cage. I don't know whether that's gross or whether it's yummy, but I quite like it. So kind of feel that, you know, maybe you've got a little bit more movement beneath as well. That's absolutely fine. Crackle, crackle, crackle. Good job. Nice. Let's just rotate it the other way. Ooh. Always nice to de-stress our shoulders. Cool. Okay, and then I am going to just turn around just so I am ready to move. So coming to the kind of middle of your mat, feet at the front edge, hands just behind the back of your thighs. Just going to take a little roll back, so kind of tucking the pelvis back behind us. And then bringing that back up again. So let's go for inhale as we go down. And then exhale to pull us up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Good job. So you can do a few of those. And it's up to you if you want to work a little bit harder, you can just reach those arms out in front of you, which obviously puts a little bit more pressure onto those abdominals as you go down. But being really clear on that breath, the inhale pulls you down and the exhale pushes you back up, okay? And you're trying to find gorgeous space in your spine as you are rolling back. Maybe you can get back a little bit lower each time. Good job. We're going to do one more of these. Lovely jubbly. Bring your hands down onto the mat. We're going to shuffle our bottoms further forward, and then we're going to take hold of our ankles and pull them tightly into our body, okay? So we're going to hover our feet off, and we're going to keep that nice rounded position of our spine that we just worked on in those rollbacks, okay? So we're going to use the same breath here for rolling like a ball, okay? So we're going to roll back to our shoulder blades on the inhale, and then exhale up without that toe tap that I did, okay? So we inhale back, exhale up. Good. So we're going to do a few of these, and I want you to really try and keep the same shape in your spine and the distance between your heels and your bottom. Okay? When you get to the top, you want to use those inner thighs to help pause the movement. Good. And like when you roll back, it's almost like you're held in air a little bit. It's like, ah, and then back down, ah, and then back down. Really massaging the spine. Let's just do 2 more. And then we're going to hold it there. Keep those feet off the floor if we can. We're just going to take our grip so our hands are kind of underneath our ankles. Okay, we're going to keep in that rounded shape. Just try and lift and extend one leg up to the ceiling. Focus is just down on your mat, keeping that spine nice and curved. Slowly bring that foot down. Keep balance, stay on those sit bones. Reaching the other leg out. Really find that length in the back of the leg and the back of the knee. Calming the shoulders down. Beautiful. We're going to do 1 more on each side. Reach that leg out nice and long. Waterfall. Bring it all the way in. Well done if you've managed to keep those feet off the floor for the entirety. Beautiful. Right, now if we can, we're going to do both feet. We're going to reach both legs out. Keep your eye line down on the floor for now. Good, and then bring the feet back together. We're going to do 1 more, okay? If this is too much, you can just go back to single legs. We're going to hold it there. Now if you can, we're going to try and flatten the back. Collarbone wide, you're going to take the eye line up as if you're looking in between the feet. You're going to hold it there for 5, for 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're going to bring the feet back down again, and then you can lower your toes on the mat. Well done. Hands back to your hips, scoot yourself back, take your feet to the width of your mat for a spine stretch forward. So you're going to reach the arms out nice and long, okay? And then we're just going to glide the body forwards, and then we're going to pull it all the way up. So we're going to use the exhale to fold forward. Inhale to stack up. Okay. Good. So keep moving. I want you to imagine your spine is lovely and long and you're sitting on the back of a wall. Your spine stretch is not about moving your ribs forward to fall flat onto your legs, okay? It is about trying to find stretch in the spine. So imagine that you've got like a bra strap on, and as you're going forward, you're basically keeping the bra line on the wall, and that's when you really find that deep stretch in the lower back and into the upper back, and that's where the Yumskullsness is. Do 2 more. Oh, 1 more. And then we'll come all the way back up. We're going to bring the feet together. We're going to roll all the way down. We're going to go down for a count of 10. All right, let's see if we can do this. So take a breath in and then exhale slowly down for 10, 9, 8. Squeeze the legs together. Good job. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. And then bring that down. So just sort of shuffle yourself if you need to. I'm going to bring the legs up to a tabletop position, really making sure that the ribs stay connected down into your mat, arms down by your sides. Really simple toe tap here, so just tapping down and up, down and up. And I want you to be really picky with the shape behind the back of your legs here. Okay, so we're making sure it stays at 90 degrees as we tap the toes down and as we bring them back up again. Basically, what we don't want to see is this, because this doesn't actually do anything. This, however, engages everything that we want to work here in our waistline. Good job. So we're going to add a little bit more in on this, okay? So I want us to do 4 little toe taps like this. So 1, and 2, 3, and 4. Now we're going to curl up. Now we're going to do 4 here. So we're going to do 1 and 2, 3, and 4. Lie it down. You're going to do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then we curl it up. Good. Now when you're doing the curled up position, especially when the leg comes back to you, I want you to try and keep the shoulder blades so they stay off the mat. Okay? So you've got to work even harder. Good. So you should start to be feeling maybe your quads working, maybe the hip flexors are having a little sing at you, and those abs are now definitely starting to work. Okay? We're only going to do a few more rounds like this. Really watching, being mindful of what your hips are doing as well. Lovely. Last time in the curl up. 2 more to go. And then bring that down. Oh, well done. We're going to roll over onto our side into a little clam, okay? So just sort of having a little arm cushion here. Hips are nice and in line, and you've got a little lift in your waistline. We're then just going to take a little clam up and down, okay? Press the feet together. So as you press the feet together, you're going to feel more in the outer part of your thigh there. Okay, so just going to feel nice and yummy. Squeeze it up and down. Lovely. Just got 2 more to go. Lovely. And then bring it down. We're just going to hover the leg. We're just going to reach the leg all the way out. Now imagine someone's pulling your foot. It's going to lift your ribs up a little bit more. You're just really feeling that engagement here in the waistline. If you want to have your hands on the floor, you can, or we can take the arm up to the ceiling. We're going to do little circles, okay? Circling, trying to keep the hips as still as you can. That means we really get that gorgeousness in the top of the kind of thigh and the glute. Just got 2 more this way, and then we're going to reverse it. Here we go. Let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then little pulses just up to the ceiling. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you can bring that all the way down. Yummy! Right, so turn around onto your front, and we're going to take the feet to the kind of like the width of your mat. That's my preferred position just because of my back, but if you want to work a little bit harder, you can also have your feet together. So I'm going to give you the option. You can do what you feel is right for you. We're going to have the arms lovely and long. And bring your bring your forehead down onto your mat. Right, so we're just going to settle here. We're just going to take some nice deep breaths in and out, in through the nose, out through the mouth. All right, so in this position here, I want you to really feel length in the spine. So it's almost like someone is pulling your head away from you and pulling your feet away from you. Notice what's happening in the middle of your body. So are you just sort of letting the back kind of, or the belly sink into your mat? Or can we just have this little bit of tuck or lift of the pubic bone up towards your ribs? And then you're going to feel that your waistline is working and it's active. And that's kind of where we want to be really with this, all right? Okay, so as we inhale, we're just going to lift one leg off the floor and exhale down. Inhale other side and exhale down. Okay, we're not really looking for height here. We're looking more for length. We're looking for length and the lower back not being affected by it. Hopefully. That's what we're hoping for. And you'll kind of like notice the weight distribution changing in your hands. That's absolutely fine. It's all good. Just sort of being aware of it. We're just trying to make it so we're not kind of like rolling massively onto one side more than the other. Good job. Let's just do 2 more here. Kind of feeling it in the back of the leg a little bit, just underneath where your glute is. You're not clenching your bottom though. So make sure you're not clenching your bottom. Good job. Lowering that down. Okay, still keeping that lift in your waistline. Feel again that little bit of pull. Imagine someone's got your head, someone's got your feet. Maybe you can find a little bit more length again in this. Okay, and then we're going to reach into the arms. So I want you to press down into your left arm and then use that pressure down to lift the right one up. Okay, and then we lower that one down. We press into the mat with the right arm. Use that pressure to lift the left up. Good. Okay, we're just going to keep doing that. Okay, so you're using the pressure to lift the other one off. It's like it gives you support, it gives you a little holding hand, and then you can pop the other one up. Can you keep your hips nice and still? Can you still keep that pelvis tucked? I just had to change mine because I wasn't. Really nice. Good, let's just do 1 more each side. Good job. And then bring it back down. Have yourself a little bit of a shaky shake if you want to. Okay, so as you can imagine, we're going to try and put that all together. So we are going to press into our left hand. We're going to press into our right foot. And then we're going to let the other 2 float off. Okay? Then we lower back down. We go on to the opposite side. Now I'm really being fussy and picky on your hip position here. So do not let your lower back fold in. Keep strong. I cannot lift up very high here. Okay? I cannot lift up very high. But my whole body is working, which is obviously amazing, which is what we want. Well done. Just going to do a few more here. Let's do 3 more. Last little one. Good job. And then you can just bring those hands. So they're kind of like in a candlestick position out on your mat here. And again, if you need to, just give yourself a little bit of a shake so you feel all dandy there. Right, so we're going to keep our legs nice and long, like someone is pulling them away from us and our head is being pulled away from us also. Gentle pressure into the mat. We're going to just glide those shoulders down the body. Keep that lift in the waistline. Imagine someone is still pulling your head and then that just lifts you up. Okay, so maybe your eye line is at the end of your mat. If you've got amazing mobility in your spine, you might be a little bit higher up, but don't push it. We don't want to be feeling it in the back. We don't want to be feeling it in the lower back. We want to be feeling it in the upper back. So shoulders down, reaching it up. Good job. And then bringing it back down. So just going to add a little head twist in here. So we come all the way up. We are going to look one way. Hey. Look the other way. Hey. And then bring it all the way down. Lengthen up. Head nod in. Head nod in. All the way down. And even like that little lower of the head, like you get a nice little bit of stretch in it. Good job. Over one side, over one side, and then down. I'm going to do one more of those. Good job. And then bring it all the way down. Again, just sort of give yourself a little bit of a shake. We're then going to reach the arms back out in front of us. So we're now going to combine like all three of those exercises. How exciting. So here we go. So we are going to start to reach our head forward as we lift the right arm, the left leg off. And then we bring it back down. And then the other side. And then back down. Okay, so you're still trying to keep the waistline working. It's just a lot harder now. You've got a lot more going on. It's not always the most comfortable position. If you need a little cushion, pop a little cushion underneath you. Okay, so final thing. I think we can do it. We're going to try and lift both legs, both arms, and then lower it down. And again, both legs, both arms, and lower it down. We're going to hold it up now. We can do this, okay? Arms up, legs up. Now hold it there, okay? Eye line just in front of your mat. Then we're going to go swimming, okay? Swim, 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 swim. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and out. Keep going. Nearly there. Good. Just go for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. We're coming into a little child's pose just to stretch that one out. That was awesome. Well done. And then we're going on to our clams on the other side. I'm going to turn and face you because it's a little bit nicer than you having my bottom to you. So turning around, human pillow. Good. And remember that we're lifting that waistline so we can feel the waist working. Okay. And then we press our feet together, which gives us more connection to the outside of the leg. And then we're just pressing the knee up and down. So kind of keeping those hips nice and stacked. It's going to give you way more activation into the back of the leg. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay, he's got 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Lower it down and then just hover up, okay? So you're kind of taking more of the load now into the outside of the leg. You're going to reach the leg out. Imagine someone's pulling the leg away. Get more engagement into your waistline. Hands can either go on the floor or up to the ceiling. We're going to circle the legs around. 8, 7, 6. Keep reaching that leg away from you. 3, 2, and 1. Reverse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little pulses up. 8, 7, 6. Keep the waistline lifted. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you can bring that all the way home. Well done. We're going to come into all fours. Hands and knees for a beautiful cat-cow. Okay, so we're going to round the spine into our cat. And then exhale into our cow. Inhale to lift. Exhale down. Okay, so now what I want us to do, when we go into our little cat, we're going to add a little knee hover, okay? So we're just going to tuck our toes underneath us. We're going to round the spine, and we're just going to hold it up, okay? Hold that little knee hover. Hold it there for 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down into your cow. Round the spine. Float the knees. Down into your cow. Just a few more like this. Really keep those arms lovely and long. And as you hover the knees, really try and keep the roundness in your spine. So we want to try and avoid flattening out as we engage into those abdominals a little bit more. Lovely. Let's just do 2 more of these. We're going to stay up in that hover on the next one, okay? Good, so just stay up in that hover. Beautiful. Hover, hover, hover. Good. Now we want to come into a flat back, collarbone wide, okay? So there's more load now in the arms, in the shoulders, okay? Just going to step your feet back. 1, 2. Bring them in. 1, 2. Step them out. 1, 2. Bring them in. 1, 2, okay? So trying to keep your knees an inch off the floor if you can, okay? This is our little ultimate bit here, okay? Out and in. Got 3 more sets, okay? 2 more sets. Final one. And then you can come all the way down. Well done. Feet together, knees wide. Take a gorgeous little stretch there, reaching those arms forward. Well done, guys. Just walk your hands over to one side. Just feel that nice stretch deepening in the one side. And then creep it over to the other side. Good job. And then we're just going to come back up to a seated position, kind of finding a place that's comfortable for you. Maybe you come into kind of like the same position that you started with. It's kind of going to be where I'm going with that. And we're just going to end with our breathing again. So we're just going to put our hands though onto our rib cage. I want us to really feel the expansion as the ribs expand out to the side. So deep breath in through your nose and exhale. In through the nose and out. And last time. Good job. Just sort of let those hands come down. Just going to roll those shoulders back once. Twice, bring them forwards, once, lovely, and twice, and well done. Awesome, guys. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in another class soon. Bye.